All right, y'all. So I'm a little late with this, but I still wanted to cover it. We're about 6.5 hours away at the time of this recording. Should be around 6 hours from the time this is uploaded, but we will likely be getting Extreme Z Awakening details tonight, and I'll probably be live. I think it might be on Twitch actually, streaming action, waiting for the reveals, something like that. But we have a lot to talk about when it comes to this, since the Proton actually did make this post. And yeah, I just wanted to bring this up, even though, again, like I said, I'm a little late, but I still think it's important to talk about it in case it does happen. So we do know that there are different stages of upcoming content coming, and because of that, there has to be a data download pretty much tomorrow for the next red zone stages. If we take a look here, at 1 a.m. on the 22nd Pacific time, we are getting the new stages 5 and 6 for the Ultimate Red Zone Pure Saiyans Edition. That means the data download has to be a few hours before then, which would be on the 21st in my time zone. So with that in mind, tonight we should be getting in-game teasers for this stuff, and pretty much all content that's releasing this week should be in this data download. And that also does include any EZAs. We're all, I think, very sure that an EZA will drop. Usually, like the last week of a celebration like this, they drop some pretty big, exciting EZAs. I mean, this is one of the larger celebrations of the year at this point, right? The Transcendent Dokkan campaign now, it's a new thing. So I would assume that they're going to want to end things off with a bang here. So fingers crossed, we'll see exactly what they do. But I think that there's many different possibilities, and Proton does as well. So after the latest data download, we have a 1 ID gap between the two tables. The ratio is 12 and 6 between LR Golden Frieza EZA and STR Broly's EZA. Assuming that all the missing IDs are filled, this could mean two different things. If they're all filled up, this could mean that there's 3 new TURs on the table and then 1 single LR EZA. Or assuming that they're not all filled, this could mean 2 LR EZAs and then something more that uses the remaining 6 IDs on the first table. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens here. Now, I think that 3 new TURs and 1 LR EZA is very interesting, because I would assume that would be like the next Dokkan Festival banner would actually have basically 3 new characters rather than the Dokkan Fest and just the banner unit. So if this is the case, then I could see something like, again, something interesting will drop for the next Dokkan Fest. I'm not really sure if they're gonna drop anything big for like the October Dokkan Fest or like the end of September Dokkan Fest. I'm not really 100% on that. They might finally just give us some break character. Honestly, I think that would be ideal for a lot of players, because if they do something like drop like a very exciting Daima character, I'm not sure how much people would like it. Then again, I think that it's about time for them to start trickling out Daima stuff as well. So I wouldn't, like, I mean, it's always been about time, but you guys get the point. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, if they do drop a Daima Dokkan Fest, it has 2 banner units to kind of just start filling out like a whole, I mean, if they want to release like a Dragon Ball Daima category even, like, I would help that out, right? And then 1 LR EZA is the thing where I'm like, like, okay, if we take a look at just 1 LR EZA that wouldn't be with another grouping of characters, I'm not sure who they would do besides Tapian and Minosha. And, you know, that's fine. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to Tapian and Minosha getting an EZA. Goku and Piccolo could get an EZA here. I think that for the last week, though, I would expect they would drop some big hitters. So I'm thinking 2 LR EZAs are going to be coming out tonight, but I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. Another thing is, if we take a look at the characters that are on the full leader skill, right, and we do take that into account, that they do more than likely want all the characters to fit the, like, the big entire leader skill of the new Golden Frieza plus Gogeta card. That make a lot of sense to me. They would have to fit on Transformation Boost to get the Warriors or Inhuman Deeds as well. And, you know, if we take a look here, Tapian and Minosha do not fit any of those teams. If we take a look at Goku and Piccolo, I believe they also do not fit any of those teams either. So because of that, I would actually kind of cross these guys off. Now, it's not saying that they can't get an EZA even though they don't fit the full year scope, but realistically, they planned this ahead of time so that all the characters released do end up fitting the entire lead. Um, Makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, for example, that's why this guy led Defenders of Justice to make sure that Vidal fits on the team. Ranfan, I mean, at the end of the day, she just fits another team. She's intended for another setup, and they could release an EZA that's like that. But I think this team does need help. And if we're talking about buffing movie bosses and movie heroes, this is kind of what I'm thinking. Like characters that would fit the entire leader skill. So that's why I personally crossed off like those two characters as getting a solo EZA. And then here, I mean, again, a character that I think would solo EZA, I don't really see anything for movie bosses at all. Like pretty much from here, it's just all like characters that either won't EZA right now, or I mean, yeah, like look at movie bosses in terms of EZAs potentials. Like we have this cooler, we have this cooler, and then after that it's physical turtlers who's on an LR, and then after that the next character is 9th anniversary Broly and Rudegard. So yeah, I don't think that these characters will get their Extreme Z Awakenings here. Obviously. So we go ahead and can start pointing out to the 4 main LRs here that I think are possible. No, I will get I will say I do think that's these two here, Orange Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan, just on the basis that they are on the full leader skill, both of them. We take a look at Cooler and the Super Saiyan Goku. I think these two would be really good choices here as well. I think any of these 4, like either these two or these two, would be really good choices right now. My only thing though is, again, if we're talking about the full leader skill, Ultimate Gohan and Piccolo are both on Transformation Boost. Piccolo does also fit Gifted Warriors, which is nice, I guess, but doesn't really matter, right? They both fit Transformation Boost. Cooler fits Transformation Boost, but Super Saiyan Goku does not fit any of these teams. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, could they say, I don't care, and EZA this guy right now? Yes, I think they could. Another thing that I'm thinking of though is that I'm not sure if they would EZA these two without EZAing the Part 2 LRs with them, since they're kind of like a Dokkan Fest Carnival format. But they could be like, yeah, we're gonna do that anyways. I'm thinking that they might save all 4 of these characters for anniversary, like the 11th anniversary, and EZA them during that celebration. I think that'd be very nice. That'd be really cool to get all 4 of them together. Hopefully, maybe if we do get a final form Frieza, they get a team, but you know, I'm not really pinning my hopes up for that. Either way, I think it would make sense for them to kind of just wait to get these two, and then of course both of the coolers at the same time, like kind of just group them all together. But this would be cool too. This guy actually does also fit Exploding Rage. Same time though, Ultimate Gohan fits Exploding Rage as well. Like if you think about characters to buff the Broly team, this guy fits Exploding Rage. And I think we probably need more help on the movie heroes team for Frieza's team than movie bosses. Because if we really look at movie bosses, I think movie bosses has a lot of decent options at this point, right? I mean, if you go all the way back to the bottom, Broly 29 Lemo is a decent option. Tech Broly is actually still really relevant right now, I would argue. Like this guy has aged very well for what he kind of for his design. He's not doing mega damage anymore, but like, you know, he has aged quite nicely. We have, excuse me, Tech Genoma can be decent, I guess, right? But really, Golden Frieza plus Gogeta is good. Ajo Golden Frieza is good. I like the Super Easy Star Broly. Wrathful Broly could be better in long events, right? So we have like a basis where, okay, let's say we choose 4 characters, probably Golden Frieza Gogeta, this Golden Frieza. I'll probably use S tier Broly, then Tech Broly for short fights, and then sub in Wrathful Broly for like longer fights. And it's like, okay, you know, maybe sometimes you sub in Broly 29 Lemo. Sometimes you could even sub in the Super Easy or the Sub Easy Broly, right? Like there's a bunch of options here that you could use depending on what event you're going into. For the movie bosses side, I'm actually decently satisfied. It's not a crazy team, but it's okay. Then for the movie hero side, really the only characters I feel work nicely on this team are probably is this guy does fit the full leader scope. This guy fits the full team. Path to Power Kid Goku, you could use him, but he could get caught very easily on this setup. Icon, I'm not really like too much of a fan of him here necessarily. the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you could fit him on the team, but I feel like he will have a weaker performance because the orbs are kind of trying to push to Gogeta maybe. This Vegeta's alright, but you could very easily tell that there's not really as many like amazing options, especially like if we're talking about like really short fights. This guy does need to be protected early on. It would be ideal if we get, I think, 2 characters that could be strong right from the start. This guy does give key support. Imagine they make this like 5 key within the turn to all allies after he receives an attack. That'd be really good. And then, you know, of course, you wouldn't get his giant form until turn 6 in that team, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. This guy also does debuff. Like this guy could be really, really, really cracked again right now. Superheroes in itself is not the craziest. Actually, it's well, actually, oh, why wasn't I thinking about that? Golden Frieza Gogeta is a superheroes character, so there are definitely, if you get these 2, there's gonna be rotations. You could get Orange Piccolo's giant form at turn 3. There's gonna be rotations. You can get Ultimate Gohan, his active skill in turn 3 as well. And then you have turn 3 Golden Frieza. Or turn 3 Gogeta, sorry. Like you switch over to this guy. And the thing about Gogeta is it actually links pretty nicely with the Ultimate Gohan here. We take a look here. They share Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. They actually do have all those links because they get this Gogeta Shocking Speed here, which right here, Shocking Speed, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. That's a decent amount of links. Orange Piccolo doesn't really share a lot of links with him. Again, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, we'll take that. But the good thing is that, you know, again, he can provide key to the whole rotation as well. So, I mean, yeah, this would be like this team would be like Orange Piccolo would be strong turn 1. LR Golden Frieza would be strong turn 1. I'm liking the idea of the superhero characters, you know, and even if you could run like maybe a full super class team, because if we take a look at the Golden Frieza specifically, again, he does launch an additional super attack, but there's 4 extreme class allies, but you could also just have a movie heroes or movie bosses ally. So like he doesn't necessarily need extreme class allies unless you want the active skill turn 1. But if this guy's able to be kind of hidden turn 1, that could be cool too. Like you could run potentially just like a movie heroes team that has mostly superhero characters. Let's say Golden Frieza, Vegeta, these 2, or so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 characters on the team that would be superheroes. And then, I mean, I'm not sure there's any a 6th character you could really run. I mean, what if you could just run Beast Gohan, like potentially, like if he's not the terrible option right now. Maybe this guy will help like a Beast Gohan get a lot better. Maybe Orange Piccolo gives like some sort of mega like buffs to Gohan characters, and then Beast Gohan could be decent right now. Like, I don't know. Maybe that could be pretty good. And you get turn 3 Gogeta. Of course, not having the Golden Frieza active skill does suck, but I could see the vision. I could see the vision. Like a superheroes slash movie heroes based team. Could be really interesting. Let's take a look here at some of the replies though. So the more you think about it, the more you think we'll see their EZAs. You don't know if they would separate part 1 and part 2 worldwide celebration. Seems out of character for Dokkan. This seems like the more likely pick if they're gonna do a big set or a set of big EZA characters. I agree with that. You still think it's gonna be the 2023 worldwide celebration or the 2022 worldwide celebration? Buffs both heroes and bosses. Would establish this trend of worldwide celebration LR's EZAing 3 years after release rather than being shoved into anniversary, which you think is good. It's like worldwide celebration characters EZA during now. I mean, that's fine, right? It would be the same time frame that they would have released in, essentially, at least for now. So, sure. I don't know if they'll get EZAs because again, it's 3 new TWARs, not 3 TWAR EZAs. So I don't really expect these to get their EZAs. That'd be cool, but yeah. Superhero LRs 2022 worldwide. Again, like when it comes to 2022 worldwide, I could see that too. Cooler works. I've talked extensively about it, but Cooler works still really well with the Golden Frieza Gogeta card. This guy could be like, if they do him right, even though he does have a build up passive, they could still make him very strong turn 1 if they wanted to. I mean, that'd be pretty sick. If this guy was like just stop, like again, I'll say this, but like turn 1 Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta kind of damage. Whereas like doing 50, 60 mil into multiple like 30 mil, 40 mil additional supers, and he's guaranteed critting like turn 1. I think that'd be really good. Excuse me. And then this guy would be really good for long fights, but they could also give him a passive. Where is he? Maybe they could give this guy a passive where, like, again, he has the stacking defense, and maybe make him greatly stack attacking defense here, and give him just like 59% reduction. Then maybe for the first 2 turns, he has another like 20% or 10% or something. That could be cool. This guy has this defense 59% after receiving an attack. They need to change this so that it's when receiving an attack and or also evading. That'd be cool too. This should be for every attack received or evaded as well. And this guy would be looking a lot better. Because again, keep in mind, he also has his revival skill. So the revival skill plus potentially allowing the active skill to be really strong. If he does stack attack, I think it'd be really good. Maybe make him also stack attack in the 12 key, give him an additional super attack in his kit. Like, I think there's a lot of options for that, where this guy, you know, he can still be a decent option in this team, but will likely be running other teams. Super Saiyan Goku, actually right now, can't really think of a character that just named Super Saiyan Goku that's like really good right now. Of course, like we have the Vegito, but realistically the only other one that's like somewhat relevant is Inama Goku, but he's not really, like, he's like you know, like he's decent ish for long fights. But yeah, there's not really a Super Saiyan Goku right now that I would say is really relevant. So I would say this guy getting an EZA would be a good spot for him too. So lots of possibilities. Superhero worldwide celebration and characters that make the most sense. It does no sense they release STR Cooler and Tech Bird Goku. Funny enough, yeah. Let's see. They released Metal Cooler Squad event, so to me it makes sense they do Physical Cooler, EZA, and Super Saiyan Angel Duo. Okay. But also they could do 3 Super Type EZAs because of the 3 Extreme Type. Again, we wouldn't see 3 Super Type Extreme Z Awakenings, it'd be 2. Beast and Orange, there's no other double EZA could be. Super EZA for Physical Broly, Tycoon Frieza. I mean, they could slide in one of those characters, potentially. We have to see how they actually handle. Like, I guess it could be, like, 3 Super EZAs and an LR EZA, but I don't know. EZA Inch Resurrection F, Blue Goku, and Vegeta. I don't think there's, like, the spaces to kind of qualify for that right now. Praying for the superhero LRs, and then it's them. Yeah, again, a lot of people want the superhero LRs. I think this would be a very exciting time, but actually, I should maybe scroll down to see a little more here. Yeah, Cooler. Super EZA for Prime Battle First Form Frieza. I think that would be cool. I just don't know if they would do that right now because he doesn't fit the team. Cooler's never getting Big Bad Bosses activated on that team. I think the big issue with Cooler right now for this team is like not even necessarily Big Bad Bosses. As long as he got most of his slings, it'd be really nice. But this is kind of like a Big Bad Bosses less Movie Bosses team, or it's not even just that. It's like Thirst for Conquest lists. There's like not really a lot of these like really strong Cooler links, because even besides Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphosis is quite strong. Thirst for Conquest is really strong. Universe Most Malevolent 20% attack. Like there's a lot of these attack links here that even without Big Bad Bosses, this guy could still look really good. But besides this guy, it doesn't really work the best. So would probably at this point, seeing how the team was built out now, I would wait for this guy. At the time, we didn't know what the team was going to look like. Now, we're pretty much not running any like Thirst for Conquest Big Bad Boss character besides this Golden Frieza Gogeta anyways. Not that you can't make things work still, but I think you guys kind of get my point there. So, either way, let me know what y'all are thinking. I'm going to cast my guess for the superhero LRs. We should be getting details tonight, though. If I'm wrong, then it is what it is, but I do expect to see kind of stuff about this later. So let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all for watching, and of course I will catch you guys next time.